Before I start with our class discussion this morning, I call Mary Ann to lead the prayer.
Our Father, who art in heaven. Amen.
So good morning, class.
Good morning, Mom.
Okay, so before you take your seat, please pick up some paper and the chairs and also arrange the chairs. Alright, so how are you doing this morning, class?
We're fine.
Is there any activities from the class? Okay, that's very good. So before I'm going to start my class this morning, let's read first our classroom rules. Can you read, everybody?
Rule number 1. Listen to the speaker. Use your hand to speak. Always be honest. Be a caring friend. Always try your best.
Is that clear, class?
Yes, Mom.
Okay, so what was our last topic, class, about? Yes, Jaika?
Our last topic in the last meeting is all about ecosystem.
So is there any questions or clarifications regarding our last topic, class?
None, Mom.
So since none, let's proceed with our class objective. Alright, so we're going to have our activity first. So our activity is what we call as 4 pics, 1 word. Are you familiar with that, class?
Yes, Mom.
Right. So but first I'm going to group you into two groups. Can you count?
1, 2, 1, 2.
Go to your group now. Alright. So I want you to guess the word, the picture that I will show you. So what is the word behind that picture, class? I want group 2.
Energy? I know. Set.
4 words. Yes, set. That's correct. How about this? Grow. Yes, group. What group are you? Group 2. Yes, group 2. Grow. That's correct. Grow. How about this one? Yes, group 1. No.
Divide.
Another answer.
Divide.
Yes, that's correct. Divide. How about the last one? Cycle. Anyone from the group? Raise your hand if you have to answer. Yes, group 2, Leanne.
Cycle, Mom.
Okay, cycle. Very good. So with those words, set, you have the grow, the divide, and the cycle. So what do you think is our topic this morning all about? Yes, bless.
Self-division.
Okay, that's correct. That's correct. And for that, let's read first our objectives. Everyone please read.
At the end of the lesson, students examine cell cycle, meiosis, differentiate meiosis to meiosis, and illustrate the process of meiosis and meiosis stages.
Is it a thing about class?
Yes, Mom.
Alright, very good. So our topic this morning is the cell growth and cell division. We have the cell cycle, mitosis, and meiosis. So do you have any idea what is cell growth and cell division is? From the word growth and division. Yes, Mary Ann?
For me, cell growth and cell division is may tawag na siya joint meiosis at mitosis. Si chromatids one side of chromosomes form siya to the other cell.
Okay, very good. So cell growth is a process, yes, perfect, Jelka, by which cells accumulate mass and increase in physical size. It means that yung physical appearance in the process of growth, naka siya changes then I'm going to divide our cell into two or more daughter cells. So why do cells divide? Yes, Jaika?
Cells divide in order to reproduce, to grow bigger, to repair injuries, and to become more efficient.
Alright, very good. So the cell cycle is the sequence of growth and division of the cell. So that is the cell cycle. And the first things that happen in cell cycle, the growth of the synthesis, which includes phase in 7 hours, the growth and final preparations for division, which consists of the 3 hours, then the mitosis, and then the rapid growth of the activity and replicate will be consumed 11 hours. So then the phase, which is phases. We have the G1, the S, and the G2. So please read what is interphase less.
Interphase is when the cell grows and the organelles double prior to the actual splitting of the nucleus. 90% of cells life is spent in interphase. Interphase has 3 parts: growth 1, synthesis, and growth 2.
Alright, thank you. So in the interphase, the may shine 3 parts: the growth 1, the synthesis, and the growth 2. Then ang interphase po kay nasa 93, so mas ako siya equivalent ang nag-spend sa cell kaysa sa the others. So what are the G1 or the growth 1, the synthesis, and the growth 2? So the G1 is when organelles double, and synthesis is when they are replicated, and then growth 2 is when proteins needed for mitosis are produced. So what is mitosis? Yes?
Mitosis is a process by which the cell nucleus divides into two identical cell nuclei. In cellular cells, interphases last 15.3 hours, while mitosis lasts only 7 hours. Occurs in a series of 6 steps: prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase, and cytokinesis.
Alright, thank you. So in the mitosis, ang sa cycle niya ay consists siya almost half sa interphase. So it occurs in a series of steps. You have first steps is the prophase, the metaphase, anaphase, telophase, and then the cytokinesis. So this is the phases or stages looks like of the mitosis. Next, we have the chromosomes. Can you read? Yes?
Chromosomes once duplicate and separate during mitosis. Structures of the DNA package DNA. The DNA is tangled up into a substance of chromatin. The chromatin is a package on the chromosome.
Okay, thank you. So in the chromosomes, only siya ang divides the process of mitosis. And these chromosomes also structures are tightly packed DNA. So DNA naadiri ang sa duha ka parent, which is mother and father. So this is the structure of chromosomes. So we have the chromatin, the centromere, the center, and the telomeres. So kung duha sila, the chromatin, it is now called as sister chromatin. So we have the first stage, which is the prophase. So what happened in prophase? Can you read Jaika?
In prophase, chromosomes now called chromatids because they double to form short, thick rods which pair out in line up in the center of the nucleus. A centromere connects to the two halves of the double chromatids. Spinal fibers begin to form. And spinal fiber, it is a fiber structure from the cytoplasm which forms
So this is the prophase looks like. So we have muna ang spindle fiber and then muna ang centromere. So mag-divide na siya and kanina process ang centromere kaya nasa sa center of the cell. Next process we have metaphase. Can you read Bess?
Metaphase. Centromeres of the chromatic pairs line up in the middle of the cell. Metaphase plate location where the centromeres line up in the center of the cell. By the end of the phase, each chromatid has attached to spindle fibers.
Okay, thank you. So the metaphase is the second process of the mitosis. So what happens in the metaphase? So in the process of metaphase, the spindle fiber or in the metaphase, the division of the centromere kaya siya direct siya sa center. We have sister chromatids. Alright, so this is the metaphase illustration of the metaphase. So, naadali, nag-line up na ang centromere o kami ang spindle fiber kay sila ang nagdila sa centromeres. Then the third stage, we have anaphase. Can you read? Yes, Mia?
So anaphase, the spindle fibers suppose the chromatids apart. This separates each one from its duplicate. This moves the opposite sides of the set. And now there are two identical sets of chromosomes.
Okay, thank you. So, in the process of the anaphase, so ganihan natin siya sa center, right? So, karon ang nakitabo sa anaphase, kailan ako gigira sa North Pole and sa South Pole. And then, in the telophase, please read, yes, Rika.
In telophase, when the chromosome reach opposite sides of the cell, the spindle fibers break up. The nuclear membrane begins to reform and a former begins to develop between the two sets of chromosomes.
Okay, thank you. So, what happened in the telophase, the illustration is the spindle fiber, the bawala na spindle fiber, of nuclear membrane begins to form a process. So the first process niya kay hinigwala ang nuclear membrane. Ug kanang last process is naana po siya, inilala po siya kabalik ang nuclear membrane. So the cytokinesis is the last process. So in this process, what happened, Marianne?
The two identical cells completely divide and some membrane is completely formed.
Alright. So, diyan ay pagbuang pag-produce na ang two daughter cells. So, this is the cytokinesis. So, now let's have the meiosis. What is meiosis? Yes, Bless?
Okay, so meiosis has diploid and a cell with two of each kind of chromosome, one chromosome from each parent. The two body cells will combine outside and the number of chromosomes will double. In order for sexual reproduction to occur, each cell involved must reduce its chromosome number by haploid, a cell with one of each kind of chromosome.
Alright, so thank you. So mitosis and meiosis are same reproduction process but differ in dividing the cells. So ang meiosis kay mag-produce siya 4 cells, daughter cells, while ang mitosis is only 2 daughter cells. So haploid cells. The haploid cells are called gametes. So gametes are either sperm or egg cells. And we have, for example, in human we have 46 diploid and 23 gametes. In pig, 14 diploid and 7 gametes. In fruit fly, we have 8 diploid, 4 gametes, and in dog, 78 diploid and 39 gametes. So, homologous chromosomes, can you read, Jaika?
Homologous chromosomes are paired chromosomes with genes for the same trait arranged in the same order. Example, eye color, hair color, height. One may code for blue, blondie, tall, its homolog may code for brown, blondie, or short. Homologous chromosomes have different alleles on them. When we say allele, it is a gene form for each variation of a trait of an organism.
Okay, thank you. So, homologous chromosome is kanang nakuha na to or mamana na to sa ato parent. It's either sa father or sa mother. So, it's either mamana na to yung mata, hair color, height, blonde, tall, una, homologous chromosome. So, stages of meiosis. We have the interphase. So, in interphase, the chromosomes replicate, and each chromosome consists of two identical sister chromatids. You have the first process of the meiosis. You have first the prophase. So, each pair of homologous chromosomes come together to form a pigrat, and in pigrat, two homologous chromosomes come together and four chromatids overlap. So, muna pinamilihan na ang sa meiosis is four daughter cells ang produce while the mitosis is duha lang ka daughter cells. So, crossover is the exchange of genetic materials by non-sister chromatids during the prophase of meiosis. Dili exchange of homologous chromosomes. So, metaphase 1. What happened in metaphase 1 in the process of meiosis? Please read, Jaika.
In metaphase 1, homologous chromosomes line up together in pairs. In mitosis, homologous chromosomes line up in the middle independently of each other.
Alright, so, same lang na po siya process, diba? Ganyan nga, nag-line up po siya sa center, ang sa metaphase. So, same lang na po siya nagkabot dali sa meiosis. How about the anaphase? Yes?
Okay, morning. Gender for anaphase 1 is membrane fiber that has the donors of each pair. Homologous chromosomes separate and move to opposite ends of the cell.
Is it the same with the first process of mitosis? Same as the sa mitosis nitabo, ang meiosis?
Same.
Yes, it is. It's same. Next, we have the telophase. Can you read, Mary Ann?
Telophase. Final fibers break down chromosomes and coils and plastic device. Higher cell division is needed because the number of chromosomes has not been reduced. After telophase 1, there may be a short interphase, but not always. It is important to know that if a cell does have a second interphase, there is no replication of chromosomes.
Alright, so in the telophase daw po no, dahil po nagkabo ang spindle fiber breakdown. So since nagyan po ng process sa telophase sa mitosis na process. So this is the meiosis looks like. So we have here the first process and second, and then divided into four daughter cells. So meiosis is basically just like mitosis, but remember, the chromosomes did not duplicate in interphase 3 and interphase 2. So more na atimanan na. And then prophase 2, chromosomes begin to line up in the middle of the cell. Spindle fibers begin to form. In the metaphase 2, chromosomes line up on the metaphase plate. And in anaphase 2, centromeres split, sister chromatids separate and move to opposite sides of the cell. And in telophase 2, nuclei reform, spindle fiber disappear, and cytoplasm divides into two. And the number of chromosomes in each daughter cell has now been reduced to half. So that is the illustration of meiosis 2. Alright, so what is the difference between mitosis and meiosis? Anyone? Yes, Marianne, just give me one. Difference between mitosis and meiosis.
Mitosis produces genetically identical cells, while meiosis produces genetically unique cells.
Yes, thank you. What else? Yes, Bless.
So mitosis results in diploid cells, while the meiosis results in haploid cells.
Other one? Yes, Trika.
In mitosis take place throughout an organism's lifetime, while in meiosis it takes place only at certain times in an organism's life cycle.
And lastly,
Mitosis involved in a sexual reproduction, while meiosis involved in sexual reproduction.
okay, thank you. The difference and similarities of mitosis and meiosis. So in mitosis, we have 4 stages in total class interphase, while in meiosis we have 8 stages in total class interphase. So in mitosis happens in somatic cells, while meiosis happens in germ cells, and corpus is cellular proliferation, while the corpus of meiosis is for sexual reproduction. In mitosis, it produces 2 diploid daughter cells, while in meiosis, it produces 4 haploid daughter cells. And then the chromosome number remains the same, while the meiosis, the chromosome number is half in each daughter cell. So the genetic variation that still change, while the meiosis, the genetic variation increase. So the similarities of mitosis and meiosis is that produce new cells, similar basic steps, starts with a single parent cell. So now let's have a group activity. Alright, so in your group, using a blank paper, make a Venn diagram showing the similarities and differences between mitosis and meiosis. I'll give you 5 minutes to do the activity. Are you done, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Alright, so then pass your activity in your class and present your activity.
Meiosis involved in sexual reproduction, while mitosis involved in sexual reproduction.
Okay, about the group 2.
So in mitosis, it produces cellular proliferation, while in meiosis, the purpose is sexual reproduction, and here it produces a new cell.
Okay, thank you. So now let's have our quiz. Maybe get some piece of paper, one sheet of paper, and answer the following questions. Are you done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then pass your papers in front. For your assignment, I want you to advance study about DNA, so its structure and the process. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So is there